Okay, now I can see the hype. Welcome back, Wolfpack. We're almost here to some more Fan Fridays. And this time we have a Mono Grass Team submission. And this isn't just like bringing only crazy, ridiculous grass Pokemon. I mean, Cacturn, it's been on Fan Fridays once, maybe twice. We don't see that Pokemon often. And the Gourgeist, it has Z Trick or Treat. It has cool things that it can do now, but we still don't see it that often. And it looks like the single battle is going to tear it up right now on the battle spot. It's going up against Blaziken. So what is Gourgeist going to do in the face of Blaziken? Well, it's going to eat a Brave Bird immediately. And we're going to see what happens after that. So big damage, not enough. Gourgeist can be fairly defensively tanky. And then we're going to see that the Gourgeist sets up the Trick Room. Already a little fancy. I mean, are we just going to see like, I don't even know what we could see. Trick Room into some kind of a little bit of setup. Then just let the Cacturn come in and wreck. Yeah, I was expecting. Trick Room Explosion Gourgeist. Yeah, I could believe it. I believe it. So that's going to do insane damage to Blaziken, and it will KO. So there you go, guys. That's how you win that matchup right there. And then Blaziken will feint. So I'm guessing maybe not max defense, just high amounts of hit points, high amounts of attack, and then try to turn it around like that. So Ferrothorn comes in, and then the Decidueye is the response. So the opponent bringing grass-type Pokemon of their own kind of makes life tough for the Ferrothorn, because you can't Leech Seed a grass-type Pokemon. But my goodness! Choice Band? Ferrothorn? What was that? What is that? Is there something I'm not aware of? Oh my god. I guess you don't have to have a tank Ferrothorn if you're running it in the Trick Room like that. I mean, I would love it. That's a Choice Band Gyro Ball max attack Ferrothorn, and it's able to do that? I believe it. That's crazy. Also, the opponent has that Z Shadow Ball for the Never Ending Nightmare. I like that as well, because, you know, you have the Stab, you have some other really good options for the Jolteon, and then you just have your off-stab option, and then the opponent forfeits. Woo! Leading with hype. Let's check out the next battle. Okay, that's something different. Let's go and watch this one. So is this where the Z-Forced Curse comes into play, or am I just going to get everything wrong? I feel like the Ferrothorn really wants that Trick Room, so who knows what this Trevenant is going to be up to. We've seen some Filth Trevenant already as well. There's like the unkillable max defense, just infinite gain Trevenant. It's pretty nice. Also, Trevenant is going to have a really good lead against the Tapu Koko, so that's going to be the Electric Surge. Not really meaning too much in this matchup immediately. Will withdraw the Tapu Koko, doesn't have the favorable matchup, into the Incineroar. Alright, you can't really do much to shut that down as well, but it is Trick Room on the Trevenant. Alright, so yeah, you don't see Trevenant with Trick Room that often, and it looks like it's still going to be trying to support in its own way, and Trevenant has the Rock Slide. Dude, why does everything on this team do so much damage? Okay, so Incineroar comes in with the Fire Fang, but we know Trevenant's tanky. It can survive that. It can survive that. And then that's going to be into the weakness policy. Pretty sure you can't harvest that, but I don't think it matters because now we're about to get the weakness policy Trevenant sweep. If that actually happens, I'm good. Well, I mean, this is going to be filthy because now I have weakness policy Trevenant. Ninetales, you can still Rock Slide KO that. Especially the Alolan Ninetales, right? Alright, here comes the Rock Slide. How much damage is it going to be? Weakness policy activated, super effective hit, Ninetales goes down, and we have a turn of Trick Room. I mean, you can Horn Leech, and you have the weakness policy on the Horn Leech. If that's enough to take down Tapu Koko, I don't even know what I'm going to do with myself. Why is no one running this? You bait the super effective hit that Trevenant can survive. You have the Wood Hammer instead just to make sure everything dies. That's it. And then you weakness policy Trick Room. And it still survives. What is this battle? What was that battle? What is this team? What is this team? We're just gonna see everything, aren't we? We have the Eviolite Dartrix now. Now, I already know Dartrix can be a disgusting Pokemon with that Eviolite. It's been on Fan Fridays. I'd put it down as one of the strongest Eviolite Pokemon that we got in the 6th generation, or 7th generation, because I already did a video talking about, like, modern Eviolite, and it's kind of crazy because it seems like Game Freak intentionally did not want Eviolite to take off in the 7th generation, but they did give it to a few Pokemon. Like, Dartrix's defenses are very comparable to the Decidueye, which is kind of interesting. The opponent's going to screw around with a Snarl, and that just means Dartrix gets to do whatever it wants for free. And that's going to be the Cursed Dartrix. Oh, wow. Alright, I was about to say, looking at how many turns are left on this battle, we might be here for a while, because that's the setup. But I mean, if Dartrix actually gets a +6, or +4, or something, I'd imagine that the battle is going to end pretty quickly. Now, Poison, Toxic on Dartrix is not going to be favorable, but the Cursed Dartrix, I mean, you can win before the Poison starts to matter, I guess. You're already gaining a high amount of attack, and then it just gets crazy from there. So yeah, I got a couple turns to set up. I gotta find a way to talk about this, get my pacing just right for the commentary. Umbreon Snarl. I like the idea, you know, we have like Snarl Curse on that Umbreon. Definitely something that can work if you're going for like high amounts of defenses. But Dartrix is actually baton passing the Curse stats. I did not see that coming. And it's going into the Ferrothorn, and we already know this Ferrothorn does huge amounts of damage. Is it just going to be, I don't know, like, are we just going to go for the Gyro Ball? Even though Umbreon is not a fast Pokemon, the Curse is going to make Ferrothorn slower, and then that means Gyro Ball does more damage, but it's a Power Whip. Alright, so we have stats, Power Whip, and that's a KO. And we know Power Whip's base power is pretty high. It does have that decent, moderate chance to miss, but stab shenanigans is best way of putting it. And now we get to see if this Ferrothorn is Choice Band or not. It has to be from the amount of damage that we saw. But if it switches over to Gyro Ball, I'm going to lose my mind, because I don't know what this Ferrothorn is. Okay, committing to that Power Whip. Porygon Z. I'm not going to say it's a tanky Pokemon, but it is above average on sweeping when it comes to bulk, I'd imagine. And now we have Scizor. How much is the +2 Ferrothorn going to do to the Scizor? That's going to be a Night Slash, because got to hit the Ferrothorn neutral, but the Iron Barbs is going to come in. That's going to contribute to the damage. And Ferrothorn with the Power Whip, but Scizor will avoid it. I mean, Scizor's done. Like, the game's over. Ooh, Z move, though. He's trying something. He's going to try... Actually, never mind. Yeah, like, because of the grass typing, I guess Night Slash is not the best option, because you still get neutral on the bug typing. So there's going to be a Savage Spin out. Z... How would it work? Because you want Bug Bite on the Scizor. That's going to be less base power if you do the Savage Spin out. And Ferrothorn still tanks it. There's the Curse coming in from earlier. Here comes the Power Whip, though. Onto Scizor. Big damage. Not enough to KO. And we know that Scizor's options are fairly limited right now because it has to make contact. And is not going to be enough. Iron Barbs comes through. Scizor's going to chunk itself pretty hard. And then we just see the Power Whip come in once again. Does land this time. And that is going to be the end of the battle. Don't know what to say. It's just crazy. These are just... Now I understand why everyone loved the Grass Mono Type team so much. Is because it's awesome. And Gourgeist is back. So I like these submissions. I think these submissions are the best way of doing it. You show a little bit of everything from the team. So far, the only Pokemon we haven't seen pop off is like the Cacturn. Maybe we see it in this battle. If we don't, I mean, I still got to understand what's going on here. We have Trick Room Sweepers. We have Trick Room Explosions set up into the most disgusting Ferrothorn I've ever seen. And then, yeah, we have an idea of what all the Pokemon are doing on this team. And it's so unorthodox. Like, it's not like, oh, I'm bringing Kartana's Superior and I'm just going to, like, wipe my way through every battle. No, this is a different kind of Grass Monotype. And I'm pretty sure this would make AF Blaze proud. Like, I know AF Blaze, he's triples, and he tries to bring it back in the doubles right now. But, I mean, for singles Monotype, any Monotype lover out there, or any Mono theme out there, has to love what's going on. And it's just wonderful what these battles are. So, Explosion onto the Machamp. Not enough to KO. I guess that's something that we'll take, you know, Gourgeist. It's a non-stab explosion, so you can only get so much out of it. But now Cacturn. Alright, perfect. We see everyone doing everything. Oh, no! That's beautiful. Okay, the game's over. Game is done. yeah, we can wrap it up, guys. We can wrap it up. All right, it was great having you along for Fan Fridays this week. Hope you guys enjoyed Fan Fridays as much as I did. If you want to be featured on Fan Fridays, this is where you submit your code. Tornadus being interesting with that rain dance, and the trick room kind of matters, but it kind of doesn't, because like we can still sucker punch. Now we're at +3 on the Cacturn. I think all of it's speaking for itself right now. Tornadus is going for Tailwind, and eventually the sucker punch is going to land, or just going to do whatever things we need to do. And Cacturn's actually wasting Destiny Bond. A little confused. A little confused by this one, but maybe it's this kind of preemptive setup. The opponent actually withdrawing the Tornadus and then going into the Swampert. Swampert could be Mega, could have that rain going for it, but now Cacturn is hitting that +3 return onto Swampert. That's a lot of damage. This is just kind of a weird setup. So yeah, it does have the Life Orb, and I guess Cacturn can just use Sucker Punch until Tornadus dies. And if Tornadus wants to play that game, then Cacturn can still throw out the return anyways. So there we go. That's the shutdown. Focus Sash Survival. But we still have other Pokemon on our seat. Like, all you have to do is have Ferrothorn just walk up and the game ends. So that's going to be Hurricane on Cacturn. Cacturn can't survive that one. Tornadus does have a good amount of special attack. Also the stab. Also the craziness right there. But man, that fell stinger. Like, this team is amazing. Because... Oh, sorry, I just had a hiccup there. Because you have the... Yes, made me so excited. I have the hiccups now. You have Ferrothorn to just clean it up and do absolutely disgusting KOs that no one's going to expect. Or if the opponent doesn't die to the explosion, you have the surprise Fellstinger Cacturn mic drop. Thank you guys for Fan Fridays this week. Hope you all enjoy your week, enjoy your weekend. Have a nice day, have a great week, have a great everything. Thank you very much for watching. We just got a piece out. That was just wrong.